as to what really they did. See, in terms of law and order, there was a kidnapping raj, right? There was like records were broken in terms of murders, rape, and kidnapping. There has been never been a government in independent India's history where the chief minister was involved in settling cases of ransom. It is unthinkable. It only happens in movies. During that time, it crossed those, wildest imagination of movies also. Let us look at corruption. Now, it is not hidden from everyone that, the leader of the party is a convict, that too in a corruption cases. Recently, again, this land and for jobs, it is not hidden again. मतलब सबसे जमीन लिखवाते थे, आप जॉब दो और रेलवे की जमीन लेके चले जाओ. That kind of thing, and it was brazen. Every person knew that if you want a job from railway minister, you have to put land and then you will get a job.
आपको कहने का मतलब है कि लोगों को याद दिलाने की जरूरत है.
See, it is in the interest of Bihari people for them to remember and not to forget their history.
Okay.
Right? Let us take up economic performance.
No, okay. You made one point. Let Garima come to that. You're saying it is important for the Bihari people to remember. Garima.
See, it's quite funny that whenever BJP runs short of issues, it takes out the Pandora box of Jungle Raj. It's so funny, and probably they're scared and they're scared because of the growing popularity and increasing connect of Mahagathbandhan with the Bihar's youth. For nearly 17 years, BJP shared power in Bihar. What stopped them from improving the law and order situation? Today, if they call Bihar Jungle Raj, they are condemning their own tenure. Today, the youth of Bihar wants a life of dignity, self-esteem. When I was in school, I read a beautiful poem by Raghunathpur Tagore, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. That is what Bihar is looking for. They're looking for a life of dignity. Now, he has quoted here a few data. So I would also like to do, for 2 decades of JDU and BJP government's misgovernance has contributed to high poverty and backwardness in Bihar. 94 lakh families earn less than 200 per day. That becomes 600 per month, 6,000 per month. Poverty rates are higher amongst SCs and STs. Less than 10% of people of Bihar have completed 12th standard. 95% people don't have a vehicle. Bihar has the highest poverty rate in country according to 2024 Niti Aayog report. Bihar remains the worst performing state according to Niti Aayog's report of 2024. Zero poverty index, zero hunger index, quality of education, decent work and economic growth index.
Okay, you are giving
what do they have to say about it?
Okay, you are giving C.
You are talking about Jungle Raj after what we have seen in Manipur. Manipur is burning.
Okay. Garima, the debate is on Bihar, not on Manipur. Brijesh. Well, I would say that that the scars of the Jungle Raj of during the Lalu Prasad Yadav's tenure is real. People of certain vintage would not forget it. But I think when you look at it after 20 years. Then it becomes a bit of hollow. But the reason why I'm saying it makes it a hollow claim is that out of 20 years, BJP has been part of JDU. JDU has been there for 20 years. If I would say that the stains of Jungle Raj is there, if BJP feels that there is Jungle Raj, I think one of the biggest proponent or the person who would be under the microscopic scrutiny should be Nitish Kumar.
Okay.
Because you have been in power for 20 years. The reason why you got called Susashan Babu was the kind of turnaround you effected along with the BJP from 2004 2005 onwards during 2 sessions where the rule of the law returned back to Bihar. But after 20 years, still going back to 1995 is and we got to see what happened in the last election.
Okay, Manish, yes, to you.
Yeah, I do not know how much, if he is from Bihar, then that is very much welcome. But I don't think he'll be able to understand the emotional scars that people have really faced during his time. So, it's very difficult for people to really understand that who these people are. It's very difficult. Here is a leader here is a criminal who actually put 2 persons in acid and he died. Mohammad Shahabuddin. His son, Lalu Yadav, is giving him ticket like a, celebration. You are talking about these kind of people coming back to power. I can understand when you talk 20 years, but the alternative, if it is this, then probably I think Bihari people would be very well served with a kind of clean government, with the kind of governance and the kind of things that this government has done. There was no law and order. I need not repeat. There was no investments. There were nobody. After 6 o'clock, people were not ready. See, it's very easy to forget. And sometimes, unfortunately, as a nation, we forget our history, and we are not supposed to do that. Otherwise, history repeats itself. We all understand that.
Okay.
So you need to be a part of this society to really understand that how every non-Bihari businessman, they left, right? So right from Gujaratis to Marwaris to Sikhs to Bengalis, they all left this land. There's no one who, for investment left. Why did they leave? And why did they come back during Nitish Kumar's rule?
Okay.
That is also a moot point. There's no investment at that time.
Okay.
So it's very easy to come to the studio, talk about all these things, but then you have to experience it. When normal people, normal doctors, normal engineers, low middle class people, they would get ransom calls and their sons and daughters would be taken away.
Your closing
Then
comment.
you will understand what I'm talking about.
Okay. Okay, you are saying that it was a lived experience.
Manish here is talking about the non-Biharis leaving Bihar. But what about the local people? Why are the lakhs of youth leaving Bihar, migrating from Bihar in the lack of
if you are from Punjab, I'm sorry, if you are from Punjab,
Manish, I didn't speak in between. Manish, I didn't interrupt you. This is no way of debating.
No, I'm going to listen. I'm sorry.
See, the real jungle raj is when people are silenced, when the journalists are being jailed, when the minorities are being attacked, and that is happening in Bihar. There are so many people migrating from Bihar. Today, Bihar doesn't need a name calling. Bihar needs jobs. Bihar needs education. It needs social justice. That is what is lacking. And
because what you two have been doing,
literally,
right?
you don't have any achievement. You don't have any achievement.
You gave a broken system. It takes time. You look at Bihar's GSTP. For last 20 years, it has been growing. One of the top ones.
When those in power spread, when those in power spread fear instead of faith in people. When they spread propaganda instead of progressive people.
You are outside. You will not understand.
The youth is connecting with the Mahagathbandhan, and this is your fear.
Please wait a minute. I've run short of time. Brijesh, do you think it's Jungle Raj or women who will call the shots? Very quickly.
It's women who are going to call the shots, and Jungle Raj is there. But which party is not fielding Bahubalis? I mean, who is Anand Singh? Is he a saint? Everyone knows who is Anand Singh. Is BJP going to denounce? Is BJP going to distance itself from JDU? Same is the case in every state with every party. I mean, there is no party which is, if the parties decide that they are not going to give tickets to any of these Bahubalis, do you think they're going to get tickets?
So tell me, how will the election move? Do you think it's going to move around women the way it moved in Madhya Pradesh, Ladki Behna of Maharashtra, or the Bihar is going to go the other way?
I think women will play a very decisive role as far as electing who's the new chief
Are
minister.
women with Nitish right now, or are they moving away?
I think, I don't know for sure whether they're moving away from Nitish, but one thing is for sure that if you go by last three elections, women are very, very solidly behind Nitish Kumar.
Why? Very quickly.
Because he has introduced 2005 onwards, as I said, it was return of the rule of the law in Bihar. Nobody can deny that, you may be pro or anti any party or any government. Nobody can deny what happened before 2004. Nobody can deny that. That's how I started my debate with that is an era where the scars were real.
Okay, I really run short of time. I really need to hand over the baton. One day we'll do a debate on the women of Bihar, because I think women are calling shots in this country for the correct reason, and they should be calling shots in every sphere of life. Women decided elections in Madhya Pradesh, women decided elections in Maharashtra, and I think our understanding is the women will call the shots in Bihar. Again, thank you Manish, thank you Garima. Next time we'll have a lot of space and time to have a deeper discussion because Bihar matters. And this is all I had on Point today. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you and good night.
How many influencers do you use at this stage for your marketing?
So right now, typically we are doing about hundreds of influencers every month.
100 or hundreds?
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
Hundreds. So they have been, when we started influencers, we were doing 10K, 15K influencers, 20K influencers in a go. But since we had those issues with the personalities and the character, you know. So then we boil down to fewer, but the idea is that it is an ever-growing problem, because you cannot use the same face again and again, because in today's time you cannot overexpose yourself within the same audience, you know. Then you become boring. As soon as you become boring, you are irrelevant, and then you die.